Hi, Ken.
Good
How
morning.
are you? Morning. It's great to see you. You're looking good.
Thanks, Jerry.
How do you feel?
I'm pretty good. About the same as before. Not much
Yeah, you
different.
don't see much change.
Not
but
much
yeah,
difference,
Yeah,
yeah.
a long time ago. Can you please tell us a little bit more about the treatment we have? When do you find out you have the cancer?
February the 28th, 2014, was diagnosed with gastric cancer, stage 4 gastric cancer that had spread to other parts of my body.
I don't understand the stages. What does stage 1, 2, 3, 4 means?
4 is the final stage, I think, as I understand it. It's a terminal cancer. There is no cure for that cancer.
Wow.
And that was the news.
So what is doctor's diagnosis?
The doctor said, depending on the chemo treatments that they would recommend, I would have from 3 months to 12 months of life expectancy at that point in time, depending on how well my body responded to the chemo.
So that's with the chemo treatment, so give you 9 months. So what is doctor's comments without the treatment?
3 months without chemo treatment at all. 3 months to maybe 6 months.
Wow.
It's all a guess. They don't really know.
Wow. So, but now you are here. Looks healthy. That's great.
Yeah, it's
Looks
been
everything's working.
it's been 13 months now, so that's better than 12 and lots better than 3.
Yeah, that's absolutely. How did you find out about Dr. Chen?
I work for Terex, and
Okay.
Terex has offices in China, and some of the colleagues knew of this treatment and put me in contact with the doctor to discuss possibilities of using this treatment. In the meantime, I had one treatment of chemotherapy, a traditional treatment for this type of cancer, and it was quite uncomfortable. I was sick. I had no energy, no appetite. I didn't like it much. So then when I found out about this treatment, it seemed like a way to avoid the chemo and maybe get the same benefits. So we decided to try that route versus the traditional chemo.
I applaud you have taken lots of leap of faith to do that, right? This is something new, and as you have taken lots of leap of faith to really come over from all over the world, to come from U.S. to China to do the treatment.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a real big leap because they didn't give you any hope of a cure in the States with chemo. Chemo was just to keep you alive a little longer. And this treatment, the side effects are almost nothing. And that sounded better to me than the chemo I had just taken. And we thought maybe it was something not everybody could try.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So we decided to try it. And I'm really glad that I did.
So when did you have the first treatment with Dr. Chen?
The first treatment was in May of 2014. They harvest tissue here in China.
Yeah.
And then he made the vaccine, and a week later I started taking shots. Every 3 or 4 days I took shots.
Yeah.
And until that vaccine went away. We did it again in July, around July 4th. We did tissue extraction again and made another sample of vaccine. And I took those shots at different periods of time. And the last one we did in September of 2014. And again, made vaccine and took vaccine. Also, in the meantime, we did some blood vaccine as well. Other than the cancer tissue vaccine, the doctor took some blood and made some vaccine from the blood as well, and we took that as well. No side effects at all from any of the treatments that we got from China. The shots are a little bit painful, but not so bad, and no side effects at all. My energy level for the whole time has been very good. I continue to work and travel the world, I work long hours, long days with no noticeable difference. I'm still playing golf. I'm still
You're looking good.
doing normal activities. Lost a little bit of weight, but not. It's about stabilized now.
How much weight you were talking about? How many
I lost
pounds?
about 20 pounds from the start, from February 28th until today, about 20 pounds, but over that year time frame.
So compared to the chemo you received last year to the treatment you received from Dr. Chen, how do you describe the both that you feel about which one?
It's totally different. The chemo has side effects. Even one treatment, I was uncomfortable for a week, very uncomfortable for a week, difficult to do regular activities. With the vaccine, I could do all the activities. I had no side effects at all. So it's a big difference.
So after your first treatment, second, third, did you go back to your doctor to check on your progress? So what doctors' comments regarding?
Yeah, we went back to the doctor. We went to a very famous hospital in the U.S. called MD Anderson. And we had been there before, and they did scans, and they recommended the chemo and so forth. And then I went back later and did another scan, and they could not see much difference between the two scans.
So that's means they stop the progress, maybe.
Maybe. It's a strange disease. It's very difficult for the doctors to see scans and say it's better or it's or what, because every person's body reacts differently to the cancer. So yeah, the current doctor says he feels sure that the vaccine that I got had a positive effect because he didn't think I would be alive today if it wasn't making progress.
That's a pretty powerful statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had 6 chemo treatments starting in February, I guess. And he wants to do a scan soon to compare, and we'll do that soon.
So why are you starting chemo again after the treatment from Dr. Chen's treatment?
Well, Dr. Chen recommended I do the chemo. He said that he had some experience with his current patients, that after doing the vaccine immunotherapy treatment, that the patients reacted very well to the chemo. So he recommended that I do the chemo.
Wow, that's
so
great.
I've tried the chemo. This chemo is not having the same effect that it had the first time, but it is a different chemo.
Okay.
But I don't have side effects from the chemo.
That's strange.
I lost a little bit of hair, a little thinner. It didn't fall out, but I lost a little bit. I don't feel any more tired, I don't think. My appetite is not as good, but doesn't stop me from doing anything. So it's not so bad right now.
But you're looking good. You travel the world, come from the U.S., come here.
Yeah, I travel all over, all the time, about the same as I did before the cancer. I've worked every day since February 28, 2014, except for the tissue gathering adventures. So I feel very lucky to have been able to continue to be normal, I guess, during that year.
Right.
You know, attend to the normal things. My daughter got married. My son graduated from college.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good thing.
And I was able to be at all those events. So it was
awesome.
a good
That's
thing.
a really good thing.
Yeah, it was a good thing. So I'm pleased we did it. You know, there's still a ways to go, but so far it's been very positive.
Cancer is a tough disease to overcome, but I think you're doing great.
Yeah, the big C is not a good thing.
That's right. That's right. So, are you continuously doing any treatment with Dr. Chen right now?
Yes, we just did a blood sample this morning.
Okay.
He's going to make another vaccine from the blood.
Okay.
And we will take that in combination with the chemo, or if the chemo has done its thing, we will maybe stop the chemo for a while and see what happens.
That's great.
I'm not sure, really, until we do another scan and see what the doctors say.
Well, Ken, it's good to talk to you.
No, it's good seeing you,
Looking
Jerry,
great.
and thank
Good
you very
luck.
much. Good seeing you. Thanks for your support.
Anytime.
Thanks.
All right.